Alright guys, today we're reviewing a game on the Nintendo Switch called Go Vacation. Now this originally came out 7 years ago on the Nintendo Wii, and it's now been ported over to the Switch. Is it worth your time and your hard-earned money? Let's go ahead and find out.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with Go Vacation. I'm excited to bring you guys this review and to give you guys some gameplay about this game. As somebody who's never played this game on the original Wii, this is where this originally came from. This is now on the, obviously on the Switch here that we're playing it on. And let's go ahead and dive in. I have unlocked about half the stuff so far. So I still got some stuff to play, but I'm going to show you guys a little bit of, you know, some of the gameplay and some of the mini games that are on here. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So these are the kind of options that you have, just so you guys know. You can do single player, which is what we're going to do. You could do multiplayer up to, with dual people having the controls in their hands. So that's cool. Or you could do multiplayer with just one Joy-Con. And you can also do local multiplayer with 3 other people with, you know, everyone having their own Switch and their own copy of the game, which, like, me and my wife tried and works really well. And everyone carries over their progress and all that stuff. So, registration, this is me. I've unlocked some dogs, so I can even have a dog. I can have him. I've unlocked Jet. But I'm going to go with Chip. So here you can see here that this is what you start getting when you start unlocking. So you can take photos. You can go to school, which teaches you how to learn the controls for the different type of cars and stuff that you can drive in the certain areas, which you'll see some of the hints. And then you also get daily gifts. So you can see that I've already unlocked. This is what I unlocked the second day. This morning when I played this, these are some of the things that you can now wear. Day 1 is when I unlocked the dogs. So that's pretty cool. And it's showing me that my next gift, if I keep logging in every day, I'm actually going to get more dogs in the game. So this is an incentive to keep playing every day, because you keep unlocking new things in the game, so that's pretty cool. If you don't want to, you know, go through the resorts like we're going to do, just keep in mind here that you can actually go through here and go through the activities section, and you can just jump right into the mini game either by yourself or with 4 other people, so you don't have to travel the island and look for them. Once you unlock them the first time, they'll show up here and you'll start seeing some of the things on here. I haven't unlocked everything, so not everything is listed there, but about half of them are so far. Here's the resorts. We're actually going to start in the Marine Resort. And you also unlock the ability, once you get about halfway through, to either start this in the day or the night. We're going to do the the morning cycle on this one. We'll switch to the night cycle once we go through one of the other maps. So this is the main girl here who kind of teaches you and lets you know what to do next. She kind of tells you what to do as the next activity that's marked on your map, but obviously you can just ignore her and you can do whatever you want. There's a lot of different things besides just the mini games. I like how the dog follows you in the water. There's a lot of different things that you can do besides just the mini games in the game, as far as when you're exploring the island. You know, there's balloons that you could pop that are in there. There's also treasure chests that you can find that give you points. There's a lot of different unlockables throughout the island. You can obviously just explore the island. And that's all I've seen so far. I don't know if more things happen. Like I said, I'm halfway through the game. So I've seen treasure chests. I've seen the balloons that you could find. So there's a lot of different things on here. And yes, you can use a Pro Controller. That's what we're using here right now. The only thing I wish they added to the game that they don't do, if the right stick doesn't do anything in this game. Except maybe rotate you like I just saw. But you can't actually use the camera. The camera's fixed. So I can't actually control the camera. All I can do is move it up and down a little bit when I'm riding something. And that guy's just chilling. So let's go ahead and turn around. I think the first event we're going to show you guys is right behind me, which is over there. You can obviously just get off the thing that you're riding at any time and walk wherever you want to go. We're going to show you guys some of the volleyball on here. And then we'll do the ATV tricks that it's telling us to do. tells the dog that you can't play this, so you have to sit on the side basically every minigame that I've seen, because the dog can't go in there and watch you. So obviously every activity tells you exactly how to play. It gives you an elimination and a free play overview and the full controls. So hit start activity, it gives you some things to play. You can see that this one's for 1 to 2 people. Elimination style, reach the target number of wins to clear the level, or free play where you could just either play versus or co-op with your friends. So for the sake of this, we are going to do just free play because it's a little quicker. Let's use a standard ball or a light ball. We're going to use standard. And then you can rotate the standard controls to either motion controls if we are actually on a Joy-Con, but since we're not on a Joy-Con, it doesn't let us switch it. You can also change the movement type to either auto movement or manual. Thank God for that. Manual is what we're going to use. So here we go with some volleyball. Got it. Oh. Got it. Nice spike. Let's go. I got it. If you don't get to the spot before the ball hits, as you can see, he'll like fall to the floor. Because he obviously attempts to do a dive. He won't dive if you're actually on the spot, though. Nice save. Oh, she was sleeping. So this game is fun. This volleyball is not that bad at all. Especially if you're playing with 4 people as friends. It's not bad at all. Gotta work on my spikes a little bit. Oh, I got caught sleeping. I was turned around by accident. That's you. I accidentally served that over. I meant to... Oh boy, that was bad. Hey, with that spike. Oh, I thought I almost caught him. Got him. So this game's up to 11, and we're not going to play the whole thing. We'll do one more here. This is just to give you guys an idea of, obviously, what volleyball is like. So... you can obviously jump to block, but that was terrible. Hey, and ending it with the spike. And you're obviously aiming where the ball is going to go. So let's go ahead and quit out of this. Let's get back into the islands. Every time you get an enemy activity, it lets you choose whatever whatever you want to drive with. So we can pick ATV, you can walk or swim. So we're going to start doing an ATV. If you were next to the water, then a boat would appear. But since we're not next to the water, that's why it's not letting the boat show up. So let's get up here. Looks like the ATV thing is somewhere over here. Let's go ahead and get up there. And even though like the characters and stuff are always just popping up, so sometimes it... oops, guy died. So sometimes it feels that, you know, they're always just a lot of popping with the characters and stuff. I still appreciate... oh, look, there's a balloon I was talking about. He just died. What you can do also, instead of looking for the place, for the sake of time, we're going to do that now. You could press start, and this is your map here. And you know that is base station 7 because they're all organized into categories, and you see that I'm right next to it. So you can just hit OK, and then it will take you right there. And then obviously I'm in this top section here, so now I can see the ATV that it was talking about. So we can go ahead. So L and R to do tricks in the air. While airborne, you can rotate the R to any direction and shake it to do other things. Alright, so let's see how this is. This is obviously based on tricks. Doesn't look like that was very good, considering I got 35 points. So that one's a really simple minigame. That one's just literally going off a cliff and obviously hitting the checkpoints. Now something interesting that I want to show you guys. You see how simple that was? You can hit retry right there if you want to, but we're going to hit OK just for the sake of it because it still lets the minigame continue. But what I am going to show you that's interesting, see it gets marked off that you've done it. And this is what a lot of people don't know, because they'll play the minigame once because the lady's now telling you to do something else like I did. So now it's, oh, let's go do the bike tricks. Well, what's interesting here, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. If you go back to the ones that you've done, and this is for everything, all of them, and you go back in here, they always start you off with the most basic of basic modes. Like, volleyball started me off with the auto movement. So when I first played volleyball, I was like, oh boy, I'm gonna really have to do auto movement right now. Like, I don't want to do auto movement. I want to manually move my character. I'm never going to play this volleyball game again. Luckily, when I went in the second time, all those modes opened up. It wasn't just regular volleyball. You had that elimination mode, you had the regular mode, you had the co-op, and then you had manual movement, you had the motion controls, just like this. Now you can do this between 1 and 4 people, and now you can do jump tricks or riding tricks. Pull off a lot of tricks within the time frame. So it's not just like going off one ramp and then doing that one trick. That was just to show you the minigame. Now you can actually come in here and actually, you know, play with your friends or do a ride trick, and you actually have 2 minutes to do a bunch of tricks as much as you can, or pull off a lot of tricks in the single jump that it was talking about. But you get both modes. It's not just a simple like jump trick and you do it and then you're done like a lot of people think. They add all these different modes in here, which is really cool. And that's for everything. Like a lot, like the racing ones all add like multiple tracks to it, and a couple of modes, so you can do all those tracks. So you can see here now I got 1 minute and 25 seconds, and now you can just kind of roam around and you know, do some of these tricks that it's talking about. So, you know, this game has a lot of things to do. A lot of different things that you can do, and a lot of different things to explore when you play co-op with your friends that are over. Because not only can you do 4 players with, you know, playing the mini games that I showed you in the main menu, they can actually join you and you can play 4 players split screen, and you can all roam around the island and find the mini games together and find them and explore the island yourselves. So there's that as well. For the sake of time, we're going to go to the map. We're going to go, this is the central station here. And you'll see what that is here in a second. So this is the information center. You can change your clothes. You know, do a bunch of things here, but what we're going to use it for, oh, you can also see the pictures over there. You can actually go to different spots and take photographs with your friends and stuff. You can, you're looking for all the animals on the island to photograph. That's another thing you can do when you're roaming the island. A lot of different things to do besides just the mini games. So she can transfer you between resorts if you don't want to exit the whole game and go back to the main menu. So we're actually going to go to, let's go to the snow resort. And we'll do this during the nighttime. I've never even seen the snow resort during the nighttime, so let's go ahead and check that one out. And you know, the graphics are pretty decent. It's not that bad. Obviously, this game is seven years old or something like that as a port, so you can see here what the design of this looks like. And here's this lady again. So she's telling you now you can go fishing and marine in the Mountain Bay Resorts, for example. There's also local player mode when you want to play with your friends. So she keeps telling you more and more things. You start off and she doesn't tell you much. She's just like, hey, go do this minigame. As you do that minigame, she keeps telling you more and more to do. So she just told me for the first time I can finally go fishing in the marine and the mountain resorts. So now when I go there, I'll see a guy in the fishing docks and I can finally do fishing and collect all these fish. And she's telling me about local multiplayer with friends. So she's always telling you new stuff to check out, which is nice. Oh, and that looks cool in here. This is a snowmobile. So you can see it's telling you to go to the top of the mountain. So let's take this ski lift here. This is number 6 to Don't know how far this one's gonna take us, but let's go ahead and get off here. Let's take this lift and see how far we go. So this lift will take you to the mountain. You can see here, you can actually look around, stay here, chill out, take some screenshots if you want with the Switch, or you can obviously just press fast forward. So this is where it left me off, and each peak has its own things that you could do. Like I said, for the sake of time, we're gonna just click on the map, and you can see here all the things. So we know it's at the top, obviously. Also, the top, you can only take a helicopter to get to the top. So now we know you can't get to the top with the ski lifts. You could choose skiing or snowboarding or snowmobile or snow tubes. I like snowboarding, so we're gonna select snowboards on here. You can see here that our next event that it's telling us to do is snow tubing. So let's go up to this lady. Okay, knock down the snowman while riding a snow tube. Cool, so this is now you're riding a snow tube and trying to basically bowl. Interesting. I think I've played about 3 hours. And when I say halfway through the game, I don't mean halfway to seeing all the content. I mean halfway through seeing all the mini games that are showing up on this list. Because, like I said, there's more stuff to do on the actual island. Alright, so this is about you snow tubing. Trying to get the highest score with bowling. Hey, with that strike. Alright, so that was the first one. There we go. Let's go. Oh no, that's nonsense. I feel like I just went bowling. That happens all the time. You think you're gonna get a strike, they'll shake, and then it does nothing. Go ahead, let's go. Got him. There we go. That level. Oh, there's letting us go again because this is the last frame. I didn't realize that it was going to do that, so let's go for another strike here. Oh man, I thought that was going to stand again. I was like, this guy's gonna mess with me. Let's go for that turkey, people. Let's go. Damn. 69 total. Great number. And look, there's an area that's dedicated to just skiing. So there's so many things to see on the island that you're gonna take a long time to see it all, because I'm just going straight through the mini games because I want to see them all and unlock them all for the front page for the 4-player stuff. But like, there's so much more to see on the mountain, like as far as things to do. Now I'm gonna pick walk here for a minute because I just want to see, before we switch islands, we're not gonna do two mini games in each island because obviously some of them are longer than others. We'll just do one. Gives you guys a good idea of what the islands look like. But I just want to click on this really quickly, just so I can see what they've added. Okay, cool. So there's 2 bowling where you're knocked down for 4 people, and then there's an actual race to the finish line. They got multiple tracks. See this? Each one's got its own track. So they all do this with the races. They all got multiple tracks. I was really surprised on how much content there is in this game. Like, I thought there was already a lot of content just by exploring the islands and then just doing one mini game. When I saw volleyball and stuff, I was like, all right, cool. So it's going to be volleyball only. When I saw this here, I expected it to be, all right, there's going to be either bowling or it's just going to be straight up racing, whatever it is. But there's not going to be multiple modes. And then there was. And then you go into these and you're like, holy crap, they each got their own stage. And there's multiple stages in each one. There's just a lot of content that I didn't expect in this game. Alright, so let's exit out of this. Let's go check out one of the other resorts so you guys get a good idea. Obviously, this being the kind of mountain it is, you can just literally, you're at the top. And you can start doing some crazy stuff. Start doing some tricks. Trying to be cool, go backwards. So this isn't even a minigame, but just snowboarding and stuff with your friends down a mountain is fun. And I keep saying friends, and yes, you do have to do it locally. There is no online or anything like that. And he just busted. God knows if he's even gonna get, is he gonna get up or not. So this itself is just a lot of fun to just go down the mountain. The mountain's big, as you can see where we are. We've been skiing for a little bit, and we're nowhere near where we're supposed to, you know, at the bottom or anything. So mountain's big. And change resort quickly here instead of going to that thing. Let's go ahead and go to the mountain resort. We'll go there during the day. So every time you go into the resort, it also shows you, I forgot, I keep skipping these because I've seen these, but it gives you like an idea of what areas are around, you know, gives you a kind of like an idea of the whole entire area. So you can see how expansive some of these things are. There's a lot of places to explore. These are not small little maps, they're pretty big. So let's go to the activity the lady's saying. So this one lets you go through you can either go a horse or I think a car too. Yeah, the car's right there. For the sake of time, let this guy stop. The horses are cool, but it's going to take a lot longer to get there, so let's hop on a car. So I really like how it kind of feels alive because there's always people everywhere. Sometimes you see cars driving by. Obviously the game being 7 years old and it was originally on the Wii, there's a lot of pop-in with all the characters and stuff, but it's still cool to see because look, they're all just chilling there. It makes the world feel more alive. Are we here? Yeah, we are. So we're here with all the shooting mini games apparently. Let's go ahead and check what this one is. Sharp shooting challenge for the quick fire fireman. Hit the target fast, but not so fast that you get a false start. So tilt down and press A. Alright. Let's check this out. How the hell did I miss? I know I gotta aim, but where's the aim marker? Is he just supposed to be aiming straight ahead? I'm a little confused about this one. Maybe I'm just supposed to aim, press down, and then let go? And then hit A as fast as possible? That must be what it is. Yeah, that's what it is, because I just got a false start. So I did really bad at this game, but now I know what the hell's going on. So you press down. I think I missed because I gotta figure this one out a little bit, but I think I missed because I pressed the A button before that stick went all the way down. Well, that wasn't very good. But it still gives you an idea of what it's like. The white building on the hill is the central church. Ringing the bell there is said to bring happiness. Huh. See, stuff like that. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things to do. This thing, they give you all these clues and stuff about things like, you know, wonder what that does when you get up there. Now you're going to want to go up there and check that out. Alright, so we're going to switch to the last resort here so you guys get an idea for that. So this is the city area, as you can see. There's a skate park in the middle and all that. So this is all about skating and skateboarding. Inline skating and skateboarding. And managing the animal book. When you take pictures of animals with the camera, they'll be added to this album. You can view the photos at any time. That I've actually started doing, but this is the first time she's telling me about it. Because you can see, I've already taken, I think I took the first one. I took this myself. With this seal. That I found on the beach. So there's animals in every location. Look at all the challenges that there are everywhere too. These challenges are specifically for when you're in certain areas, and they tell you, you know, what to do for each one. There's a lot of things to collect, a lot of challenges to do in each area as well. Apparently we're right on top of where we need to be. So rollerblade over there. Oops, I just ran right into her. And yes, you can jump on top of these things and do all sorts of tricks off of like almost everything in here. Just so you guys know.
Here.
Hoping you're enjoying your stay at the city resort. We hold live performance in there for our guests. Our each assigned a part. Oh boy, this is gonna be music related. Ring the glasses when the music notes are in your frame and aim for your musical masterpiece. LR or ZR? Alright, let's see how this goes. Keep getting that glass break. I must be holding on to it for a little too long. 20 out of 30. Didn't even do that good. I must have been hitting that glass break a little bit too long. There's all the photo spots you can go to take pictures. In all the different locations. So that is basically all the game. No, not all the games. Nowhere near. There's over 50 of those type of games without including anything that's around the islands. So I'm going to show you one last piece of a resort that you open up once you play 20 games. This will open up. It's called Villa Grounds. Oh look, food trucks randomly come to different resorts. They literally have so many things going on in all the resorts that really still surprise me. Just by reading these little clippets here, it's crazy. So basically what this is this is like your Sims, like a little bit of the Sims here, where you can actually go in here and customize the house. So as you keep playing minigames, you keep unlocking coins. So that's another incentive to keep playing things. When you get those coins, there's like 80 different packages of things that you can unlock for customizing this house, whether it be colors, new house looks, more furniture. And when you come in here, this is so far what mine looks like. I haven't added too much. Oh look, this is awesome. The picture that goes on your wall is a picture of the animal that you took. Last time this was just some random picture that was here, and it changed every time I walked in here, but now it's doing pictures from my album. So that gives me more of an incentive to go out there and take pictures of animals. And I actually took a picture as well. I wonder if it refreshes as soon as I walk out the door. Probably not. Probably every time I refresh into the villa. But I took a picture with when I was playing with my wife in front of a thing too. So I wonder if that will show up here randomly, of me taking a picture with my wife, because I added it to the album of the game. So it probably does. This TV will also turn on and just randomly show, you know, people doing different things. So this is my house that I currently have, and you can add this furniture, move it around. You talk to the lady in front, and then you can do that. You can go upstairs. This is an upstairs area that I have. Bedrooms up here, a little talking area over here. So it just gives you some more incentive to play these games, because you can customize the house and, you know, do that. We'll just jump right off of here. You can see the view here. This is cool when it's dark out. You can see fireworks. And that is basically everything in the game as far as, you know, how much we can show. There's a lot of different things to check out. I'm going to continue playing this game just to get a little bit more and try to, I'm not going to 100% the game, but I want to at least try all the mini games and see what they're like. So I'm interested to check those out and finish that up. You can see here now when we go to the activities, there's even more stuff that you guys can expect. Some of the things that I didn't show you guys that are in here that you guys can play. These are some of the ones that I've played before, so it gives you guys an idea of some of the things you guys might see in here. This is about half of them. Like I said, there is more. These are the two that we just unlocked: snowmobile tricks, ATV tricks. That's it, guys. I think that's everything we need to show you guys, and I'm going to continue playing this, like I said, and then I'm going to go ahead now and tell you guys my final thoughts.
Alright guys, so that is Go Vacation on the Nintendo Switch. Now this game was actually regarded as being like a cult classic basically on the Wii because it came out at the end of its life cycle, so a lot of people didn't get to play this game, and I'm really happy that they ported this over to the Switch because this is a perfect Switch game. Especially for me and you know, my wife and stuff like that, or people who have multiple consoles, because now when you go on the road, there's so many different mini games you can play while you're on the road, exploring that island and playing all those different things. It gives you a lot of things to do in that game. I showed you guys a little bit of that, you know, before, and some of the things that are in the game. Like I said, I think during the video, I was really surprised that after I played a minigame and I went back to that minigame later, of how many additional options there were in the game. That there wasn't like, oh, let's just give them 2 tracks instead of 1. No, there was like 4 or 5 for each individual event. So if there was racing as a sprint, there was 5 races for that, or 5 courses for that. If there was now checkpoint flag ones, there was 5 for those. So I can't believe the variety of every single minigame, because when you see, you know, a minigame collection like this that says over 50 minigames or 50 different events, you assume that each event is just one singular thing, you know, one race, one volleyball map or course or mode or whatever, one this, one that. But no, these have multiple things for each event, and that really surprised me on how much content they put into each one. And not even talking about the minigames, there was obviously, you know, all the exploring around the island. There's so many things to do on the islands that you guys unlock. I'm not going to spoil some of the ones later in the game, but you guys saw some of the things on there. They're always telling you new different things to do, different photographs to take throughout the place with your friends that are playing with you, or you can, you know, take animal pictures. You can do fishing and get a lot of fishes in the ocean and stuff, and selecting different species and stuff. There's just a lot of different things in there to check out, and I'm just really surprised on how much I like this game, and I'm surprised on how much how I missed this game on the Wii when it came out, because I didn't play it when it came out. So I'm happy to be playing it now. Now there's a lot of reviews out there that, like, you know, didn't give it that high of a rating because they were like, oh, it's like an older game, it's 7 years old. The graphics aren't very good. Some of the mini games aren't very good. True, the graphics aren't very good, but I think they're good for what this game is. I don't think they need to be anything better than what they are. If they were, that'd be nice, but like, this game still works really well. I'm not looking at this game being like, oh my god, this game looks like trash every time I'm playing it or anything like that. It looks decent. For a 7-year-old port, like, you know, that's what it is. They didn't obviously do any work to it or anything as far as making it look better from they upped the resolution as far as what I heard that they did. That's about it. And they did add, there's a couple of new things in this game that weren't on the Wii. They actually removed, I believe, 2 of the minigames that were on the Wii version that they don't have in this version. And one of them was like sword fighting, because it just needed motion controls, because that's the only way you could play that game. And anything that just needed motion controls that they couldn't figure out how to do on this with controls, because obviously the Switch is a portable system, they took out. But they did replace it with the animal book thing, where you can now take pictures of animals that we talked about. They also replaced it with the fishing stuff, which wasn't in the game. Now there's airplanes that randomly drop in the islands is one of the things that give you like a box that drops, so it's like a loot box type of thing. You have to run over there and get to the airplane and open that box up. And those daily gifts that you get are also something new to this game that wasn't in the Wii version. So every day you get that. If you come back every day, you get that. So that's pretty cool. So that's as far as the graphics go. I think the minigames are all mostly pretty fun. Obviously, there's some that are better than others. That's always going to be the case. But, you know, there's still a lot of variety in here that people are going to enjoy. The volleyball one is decent. The racing ones are pretty decent. And just going around the island, like I said, with your friends, especially like the snow resort, just going in there and just rolling around and just getting to the top of the mountain and going down with your friends, doing tricks and doing snowboarding and skiing and stuff. Even that's just fun to mess around with your friends. So I really like that as well. So I had a lot of fun with this game. There's a lot of things to see in this game. Don't forget, guys, to go back in and check out the game twice. If you don't like the first thing that you did, because you didn't think the mode was that exciting, make sure you go back in there again, because there might be more tracks that are even better, or there might be more modes that are in there, or there might even be more control options, because most of these minigames offer regular controls with the actual Joy-Cons or your Pro Controller or stuff like that, and also offer the movement as far as motion controls, where you can go in there and play volleyball and actually, like, you know, swing it and hit it up with your, like, as a motion and stuff like that. And most of them seem to work really well. I tried a few of those that way, and they work decent enough, for what they are, for what motion controls are. It could be fun with your friends and stuff like that. The 4-player stuff, the fact that almost every single one of these is either for 4 players or at least 2 players in co-op. Like I said, there's just so much things to do in this game. You can play through the whole entire thing yourself and play with AI, or you can play with 4 with your friends. So a lot of things to do in there. The only negative thing that I would say about this game that I wish that they would add, that hopefully they maybe do add in a patch or something like that, is that you can't control with the analog stick either on the Pro Controller, or if you're playing on the Switch with the right analog stick, you can't control the camera at all. That'd be nice if you can control the camera anytime you wanted, just to look around and look up and stuff like that, or control it during mini games. Some of the mini games like the water gun battle that you want to be able to, like, instead of just turning but actually control the camera, you can't like you would want to do. So maybe that's something they'll patch. That's the only negative I really have with the game as far as like that goes. And the game being $49.99, $10 under asking price of what the usual games sometimes cost. I know it's important and stuff like that, but people who didn't play, this is new to them, and that's how I looked at it. I paid $50. Actually, that's not true. I actually ended up only paying less than that because I had some points to use at Best Buy and stuff like that. But still, regardless, $50 I think for all the content you're getting in this game is worth it. I know some people are gonna be like, hey, I already played this on the Wii. Maybe it's not worth full price to you because you've already seen this game to its end. That makes sense. But for me, being able to play this game locally with my wife, or locally with 4 friends with all the minigames that are on here, and some of them being really good minigames to play with your friends, or as somebody who's never played it before, I think $50 for me was well worth it. So I think that's it, guys. That gives you guys hopefully that gave you guys a good overview of everything you guys saw before. If I missed anything about the game that you guys have any questions about, of course, leave them down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Gaming Tech, Gaming Techie is the Gaming Tech, Gaming Techie, Gaming Tech. Eating brekkie is the Gaming Tech, going for a recce is the Gaming Tech, Gaming Techie is the Gaming Tech, Gaming Techie.